far leftists, socialists, all of these Mamdani supporters, they criticize me when I delete their comments and I block them. And they tell me I'm an irresponsible influencer. I'm not here to find common ground with you. I'm not here to convince you of anything. I'm not here to debate with you. And I don't owe you conversation. I don't owe you debate. And I certainly don't have to let you put all of your commentary in my comment section or promote your candidates in my comment section. You guys have enough of the internet. You have enough influence. You were able to convince a lot of people not to vote in the presidential election. Prior to that election, I was willing to listen to leftists and socialists. I was open to them. And since that election, when I saw the thinly veiled misogyny and racism of the leftists, of left-leaning voters, when I saw them going so far left, they ended up on the right. When I saw them using Palestine as an excuse not to vote for a black woman, that's when I lost all interest in listening to that side. I'm here to find other people who vote blue, who want a different path for the Democratic Party, but we know that it's not socialist and we know that it's not for leftists. That's what I want. That's what I'm here for. I am not here for you, especially for those of you that are on their anonymous accounts demanding to be heard. Be fucking for real.
Let me be explicitly clear. If you are a white leftist and you can only critique Black Democrats at this moment in time, your critique is rooted in anti-blackness and white supremacy. And you will never achieve the goals you say you want to achieve until you undo those things. No, this is about white leftists constantly bringing up red herrings. So let me just spell it out super clearly. Kamala lost. So if you're talking about her right now, it's probably rooted in the unhandled white supremacy that you've got going on. The Democrats are not in power right now. So the fact that the only people you critique on a consistent basis are black, yes. That's the white supremacy. So let's not do there's white supremacy on both sides of the aisle. I'm not talking about both sides. I'm talking about you nasty white leftists, accelerationists, who just want to go have an imaginary war that you will in fact lose because you have no distress tolerance or actual combat skills. Like, y'all literally look the same as the little MAGA boys out there training for the world war. Ridiculous.
I'm a selfish, and I can only think about myself. And why didn't they vote for Kamala in the election?
During the trip, it felt like some people were too busy playing Oppression Olympics to fully grasp the experiences of Palestinians living in Palestine.
Literally could not see past your own fucking issues, your own fucking comfort, or whatever the fuck. I don't care how oppressed you are in this country. I'm sure people are going to come over and say, yes, me, I'm saying this. I don't care how oppressed you are in this country. Nothing justifies genocide or arguing to not only support an administration that is doing a genocide, but give up a leverage that costs you nothing. It costs you nothing.
Are all the same message. And they have been the same message the entire time. And if you couldn't see how problematic these messages were when they were coming out, you need to reflect on that. And I suggest you reflect offline, because you're probably going to feel defensive, you're probably going to be mad, and because you could not recognize the issues in the first place, you're not going to be able to recognize your own anti-blackness. So I'm telling you, shut up, reflect offline, have those big ass fucking feelings that are going to come out offline, and then maybe craft an apology for whatever the fuck you said back then when you couldn't recognize it, when you couldn't recognize the fucking problem, when it fucking mattered.
So I really believe that their resentment towards us is even like deeper and bigger than that. Like, I think that's it too. But also, a lot of them know enough about American history and the dynamics between, like, you know, Black people and white people. And they know what their ancestors did and who they are. I also feel like a lot of them feel shame surrounding their history. And when you think about it, like, we don't have anything to be like jealous of. We don't have anything to be ashamed of. Ours is always a story of like surviving their people, literally theirs, their parents, their grandparents, their great grandparents, and now us, them. And so for a lot of them clinging to like the pro-Palestinian movement was like, finally, I get to make them just as bad as we are. Like, you're just as much a part of this as we are, as our, ancestors were, which honestly still doesn't make sense, but like, whatever. But that's why you saw so many of them like rushing to be racist, because like, that's the thing, because now you're bad. And so now you aren't worthy of your humanity. So I get to be racist, and for a good cause. And unfortunately, since so many groups are anti-Black, they let it happen. And that's why everything failed.